Blood moon linked to the apocalypse and the end of the world. Hello. How are you today? In this video let's talk about this amazing blood moon occurrence. What is the meaning of this phenomenon? Is it true that it is the sign of the end of the world? A blood moon rose for certain parts of the world. A phenomenon which had been historically associated with the end of the world. On May 26, all continents in Europe and Africa were treated to a blood moon. Even though there are natural, scientific reasons for the appearance of a blood moon, people in days gone by could not resist the temptation to link the lunar phenomenon to an act of God. As early as 3,000 years ago, the Babylonians kept records of the movement of the moon, and were able to calculate when a blood moon was coming. However, in medieval Europe, it was once more considered an act of God. Albert of Aachen, a historian born in the latter 11th century, described how, during the First Crusade, early crusaders witnessed a blood moon as they approached Jerusalem, which they took as a sign from God. Beth Spacey, a postdoctoral research fellow in medieval history at the University of Queensland, wrote, "To Albert, a lunar eclipse signaled the destruction of the Crusaders' enemies. Solar eclipses, however, signaled disaster for the Crusaders." According to the Annals of Magdeburg, a solar eclipse in October 1147 sparked panic in Germany as many feared bloodshed was about to be unleashed. However, as with all eclipses, the natural phenomenon passed without God showing their head. Eventually, the people clocked on that it was a natural phenomenon, with eclipses caused by the movement of celestial bodies. Ms. Spacey said, while scientific explanations were increasingly available to educated, literate ecclesiastes and some probably aristocratic laypeople, it is not clear how far these ideas circulated among the broader population. In an early 11th century chronicle, Bishop Thietmar of Merseburg advised all Christians that eclipses were not caused by evil incantations or the celestial bodies being eaten, and they were powerless to bring an eclipse to an end by their actions. This has been cited as evidence that some people believed that lunar eclipses were caused by magicians or moon-hungry monsters. However, it is important to remember this comes from a source written by an educated churchman, who may have exaggerated evidence of superstitious beliefs in order to then condemn them. Nonetheless, the rise of the internet in recent years has brought blood moon apocalypse claims back into light. Prior to a 2019 blood moon, Rabbi Yekutiel Fish said the eclipse would bring misery to Jews across the world, and Israel was their only safe space. He told Breaking Israel News. Nonetheless, the lunar eclipse over North America bears a message for the US and the Jews. It clearly is telling the Jews that they need to come to Israel. This is the period we are entering now. There will be great tragedies that will bring down governments and great human suffering. Only by doing God's will can tragedies be avoided or lessened. What is blood moon actually? Blood moons are actually the result of a total lunar eclipse during a full moon. When the moon begins to emerge from the Earth's shadow, this is when the blood moon will occur. The change in color happens because the light from the sun is being bent when it passes through the Earth's atmosphere. This bizarre effect is known as Rayleigh scattering, which filters out bands of green and violet light in the atmosphere during an eclipse, leaving just a red glow. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoy it, please click the subscribe button below. Keep safe everyone.